today's video we're going to be doing a how to wheelie video on my 2024 Hondagrom. I know not a lot of y'all been asking for this, but I feel like it'd be helpful because I feel like some of y'all want to ask but nobody wants to ask. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be pretty helpful to go ahead and show people, because I do have a lot of people like, yo, can you show me how to wheelie? Can you show me how to wheelie? And today that's what we gonna do. We gonna show y'all how to wheelie today. So yeah, we about to get right to it. I'ma see y'all when we at the wheelie spot. You know, I might talk to y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all when we get there though. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all find this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down in the description below. If there's anything y'all want to see, please let me know. I'm going to be trying to make a bunch of content this year. We're going to be on that content grind non-stop. And I'm working 7 days a week, so I literally just got off of work. Let's see here, what time is it? 8:36 in the morning, as y'all can see. So yeah, we're going to get to it. I'm going to see y'all when we get to the spot. And yeah, make sure my camera recording though. But yeah, I want to get an actual mic, but let's see. I'm going to just show y'all what a normal wheelie should look like. It's a nice simple wheelie. One there. Nothing too crazy. My gloves are kind of boring. But yeah, if y'all want to learn how to do that, stay tuned. I'm gonna get right into it y'all. So the first thing you want to do when learning how to wheelie, you want to make sure you're comfortable on your bike, you know. You just want to be comfortable to where you know that you're not going to panic pulling in the clutch, or you're not going to panic, you know. You just want to try not to panic, try your hardest not to panic. Just stay focused when learning and take it slow. Take it very slow. Do not rush yourself. So first things first, what you want to get used to, you want to get used to getting the front tire off the ground. And when you're doing that, you want to make sure, so you want to rev it up. Like you don't want to do that when you're learning. You do not want to do that. First thing you want to do, a little bit of gas, and then pop the clutch. And as soon as you pop the clutch, this right here is going to be your best friend, your back brake. As soon as you pop the clutch, hit the brake. I'm going to show you. So you want to go slow in first gear, pop the clutch, hit the brake. Pop the clutch, hit the brake. And you don't want to get it high when starting off. The point of this is getting used to hitting that back brake, because that back brake is going to be your best friend when wheeling. Without that back brake, you're just going to go all the way back and loop out. So do this, pop the clutch, hit the brake. Pop the clutch, hit the brake. Pop the clutch, hit the brake. You just want to do that over and over again. You probably want to do that like 1,000 times, just back to back. And then from there, once you start getting comfortable with it this high, then you can get it a little higher and then hit the brake. You know, so like watch. Brake. Brake. Every time you hit that brake, it's gonna come right back down. Brake. Brake. Come right back down every time. Once you get comfortable doing that, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 times, then you can work on getting up to balance point. Now, getting up to balance point is gonna be a very scary feeling when you first get there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You're gonna feel like you wanna panic. You're gonna feel like you wanna take your feet off and catch yourself. Like, no, do not take this right foot off that brake. You take that right foot off that brake, you're gonna have a bad day. You're gonna figure out about road rash. Your cheeks gonna be hurting. It's just not gonna be good. So once you do that, once you're kind of used to getting it up, maybe about like right here, you can work on holding it right there. And when you do that, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna pop the clutch. And so when I was starting, I started with my foot down from a stop. And it's gonna be scary starting from a stop. Just like this. And I'm feathering the brake. Notice how I'm holding the gas at the same spot, hitting the brake. I don't know if you can see it. Hold it, and every time it comes down, so right here, brake. Get it back, brake. Get it back, brake. Get it back, brake. So that is smooth throttle. That's just getting you slowly, you know. When you get there, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna slowly start to get more confident as you do it more. And then once you get it to that point where you can hold it there and you start tapping the brake, then you're at balance point right there. Once you're holding it, I'll show you. So right here, I'm tapping the brake as it's coming back too far. So boom, let it brake. Brake. And like right now, I'm just holding the gas in the same exact spot. Not moving it at all. Just feathering that brake. And then once you get used to balance point, you can start learning how to coast. And that's when you let off the gas. So basically, in order to coast, so say you're at balance point right here, right? You want to get it right here and slow and start to feather the brake, like you'll feel it. If you hit too much brake, you'll come down. You don't want to come down. And at first, you're not going to be coasting for a long time. Like 100% you're not going to coast for a long time. You might have a couple decent coasts here and there, maybe like a half second. Like, let me show you. Once again, you want to start with your foot down. You can start rolling if you're, because I know starting from a stop's a little scary. Start rolling. And then we'll let go of the gas. Brake. Brake. Right here, I'm not even using the brake, that's all. And then when you're ready, slowly get it back. too scared. But I don't have a crash cage, so I really wouldn't recommend that if you don't. But another thing you can do, what me and my friends were talking about, is you can tape your foot to the brake. But I don't know, that might not be a good idea. We were talking about teaching our friend how to wheelie. We're like, man, we're gonna tape his foot to the brake. But yeah, well, all right, so once you got used to it in first gear, you got used to getting back there, you got used to 1 foot down, getting it to balance point and letting off and getting it back up, letting off and feathering that brake. Once you're comfortable with the brake and you can 100% do what I was just showing you previously, now you should be ready for second gear. And I just want to state this right now. Do not, and I mean do not, go into second gear until you're 100% comfortable using that back brake. Because when you hit second gear, that's when you start gaining a little more speed. And you know, it gets a little more dangerous. And I don't want none of y'all just going outside and fucking yourself up. It's just not worth it, you know. You learn the proper way like I'm showing y'all, and you shouldn't loop as much as if you didn't learn this way, you know. Because this is the way that I learned. And when I was learning, I really didn't loop like that. Don't get me wrong, I've had a couple spills, but it's really when you're learning, you know. But I didn't have nothing, I didn't have no crazy falls learning how to wheelie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So once you're ready for second gear, see, if you're stock, you're gonna have to bounce it, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So now that you're in second gear, when you want to learn how to get it up, at first you're probably gonna do this. It's not gonna come up, you know. You're gonna be used to first gear. It's not gonna really come up at all, especially if you're especially if you have a bone stock Grom. I have a little bit done tomorrow. I'll put a picture right here, probably right here for y'all, showing y'all what's all done for it. And if y'all do exactly what I have right here, your Grom's gonna feel butter, golden. Alright, so I'm gonna show y'all how to get the bounce. So what you wanna do, you wanna stand up and you wanna, like, you know, compress the suspension. And whenever you compress it, whenever the suspension comes up, that's when you wanna pop the clutch. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be an all-in-one motion. You bounce down, come up, and as you're coming up, that's when you pop the clutch. Let me give you a little demonstration. Just like that. And second gear, it's gonna want to coast way easier because there's less engine brake. But that's where the brake comes in play. If you do all the steps that I just showed you, you'll have no problem hitting the brake. Because usually when people are wheeling and they loop out or they take their feet off, that's when they panic and they take their feet off. You don't want to take your feet off when you're wheeling, because that's how you fall. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to fall. So yeah, you just want to keep practicing that bouncing. At first, it's going to be a little scary, so just get it up and hit the brake. Do exactly what I was showing y'all in first gear, but in second gear. So you get used to the bike coming up at that speed and hitting the brake, and just what it feels like. And whenever you start going for distance, you'll figure out, like, you'll learn over time how much brake you need, when to hit the brake, and whatnot. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's gonna take some seat time. Seat time is very, very important. Seat time is key. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all once again. It's gonna be an all-in-one motion. You pull the clutch, rev it. Well, you pull the clutch, compress the springs, rev it, and as you're coming up, you pop the clutch. And then as soon as you get it up, hit the brake. I'll show you. Just like that. Just like so. And the slower you go, the faster it will come up. So if I go like this speed and I do it, it's up really fast. You just want to practice that 100 times. Second gear. wouldn't say key, but it's really a preference thing. But on your brake right here, y'all see this right here? On a stock Grom, there's gonna be a spring right here. It's a brake spring. It basically, so say right here, you see how my brake has no spring? If the spring was there, it would compress it and then use the brake. So it'd go like that, and then like right there is when the brake would activate. But when you take that spring out, the brake activates as soon as you push it. So I highly recommend taking that spring out. It just makes it way easier. You have a way less chance of looping out on your Grom. Just way less chance. It's way safer, way better. I highly recommend it. But yeah, once you get used to coming up in second gear, what you want to do is start going for distance. And what I recommend is once you get the bike up, same thing as first gear. You want to hold that smooth throttle. You don't want to be like, you don't want to be choppy on the gas when you're learning. That's when you mess up, and that's when stuff goes south, you know. You don't want that to happen. So like I said, you want to practice as before. Bouncing, once you get the end, by now, you should have the bounce down. You should be able to get the bike up in second gear. You should be comfortable hitting the brake. You know, you should be able to wheelie for a little bit in first gear. You should be a little comfortable with all of what I just taught you before trying this. It's like a step-by-step process. If you learn in this exact steps, you'll be a killer in no time. You'll be a hitter, a certified hitter. So you want to practice just like I was saying. Once you get it up, smooth throttle. Once you get the smooth throttle, slowly get it back and feather the brake, and you'll feel the bike come down. And then, but if it comes down too much, that just means you hit too much brake. Like, let me show you. See how smooth throttling? Feathering the brake. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm feathering the brake. Every time the bike comes down, I'm tapping the brake. It's like, every time you see the bike come down, I'm tapping the brake. Every time. I'm holding the same throttle. Same exact throttle. Hand's not even moving. It's all brake. And once you get there, you'll be able to go for as long as you want. And once you get to there, that's when you start learning how to coast. So instead of right here hitting the brake, get it a little farther back and then hit the brake. And then you can get it a little farther back and let off the gas. And once you let off the gas, it'll slowly flow back. Once you get past balance point, it'll slowly come back. As it's coming back, whenever you feel like you're too far back, you just hit the brake. Let me show you. Watch. Let off the gas, brake. Let off the gas, brake. Let off the gas, brake. 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 No brake, no brake. Brake. So right here I'm feathering the brake. Like barely tapping it. And as you wheelie, the more you practice, the easier it'll be. The more you'll know when to hit the brake and whatnot. So I'm gonna show you again another example. That's how much I'm barely pushing it. After you learn all that, you could, if you want to learn one hand, it's super simple. But I highly recommend getting a seat cover. I have a thrill seeker seat cover. Keeps you locked in. Also added a little bit of foam under the seat cover, like a little bit behind where I sit. That way it'll just, you know, it'll keep me locked in place instead of sliding off. Another thing, when learning how to wheelie, I'd jeans. Like, you don't want to learn in sweatpants because you'll slide off the seat, especially if you're on a stock bike or a stock seat. You don't want to slide off the seat, because when you slide off the seat, that's when you start panicking, and that's when things just go south. You don't want to do that. You don't want to panic, and you most definitely don't want things to go south, because that's when you mess up. That's when you get hurt. So let's see here. I'm gonna show y'all how to do one hands next. So whenever you're learning one hands, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lock your foot under your peg and like a little under and under here. So like not just under the peg. If you lock it under the peg, the peg's just gonna come up. So you wanna do it like right here. I lock my foot kind of like this. Like right here is not moving, so it's right under here. So not under the actual peg, but the rear set is where you lock it at. So just like so. I lock my foot just like so. And you wanna basically do a sit-up on it. So you don't just wanna put it right there, you wanna do it and click up and hold it like you're doing a sit-up. After you do that, you'll be good. You want to smooth throttle after that. And when learning one hands, you want to be in that same spot when I was teaching y'all. You want to be smooth throttling, keep your smooth throttle, lock your foot, and then whenever you feel like you're ready to let go, let go. I'll show you. Enjoy the nice views.